Happy New Year to you and everybody out there. This is our year 2025. Super Blues creeping up the table. Come on.
2024 was very much our year. Good first half, not so good second half.
Well, it's okay. We're getting there, aren't we?
I'm going to echo Andrew. Hello there. Very warm welcome back to Fournilwrittenalloverit. Happy New Year. Blue and LiQWYD. It is great to have your company as always. And we should say thank you very much for clicking on us and having us on.
Yeah, we should.
This is the first of 8 games in the month of January 2025. A Pompey game every 3.5 days. We are lucky people.
Aren't we just?
If you're somehow keeping track of the days even to this point, first of all, congratulations. Second of all, happy Wednesday. We're back at Fratton Park today for what is, make no mistake, a must-win game. Pretty much every home game in January is a must-win game.
Yes.
In inclement conditions, recently, we've done quite well. Not wishing to give that the kiss of death, but we normally adapt better to opposition in these kind of conditions.
That can work in our favour, I agree.
As always, we're aiming for 1,000 likes, so please head down there, make that happen for us. That'd be a wonderful New Year's gift. And 2025 is hopefully the year of 25,000 subscribers.
Exactly, that was the target.
It's high in the sky, but I think...
High in the sky,
Yeah.
You're not in Sunderland yet, mate.
Start the year as we mean to go on, playing 5 of the top current 9 teams in the Championship, so a win today would get us off to a good start.
Come on, you New Year's Day, John Machinio Blues.
Would we have taken the position that we're in 365 days ago as it is now?
I think we would have done.
Yeah, I don't talk in terms of must-win games. You set your targets, you set your stall out, and the points arrive in the end if you do the good habits, and I believe this team are capable.
Maybe get a goal today and win 1-0. 2-1.
For some reason, Pompey are very used to this weather, and we play quite good in the rain.
We do.
3-1, Callum Lang and a Murphy.
2 Callum Langs and a Murphy. Sounds like someone I would order at the bar.
The score today is 2-0. If we keep a clean sheet, we win this football match.
Apart from a few hairy little moments, that's about as good of a first 45 you're going to see this season at Fratton Park.
Yeah, good half, happy with it. Really need to start winning the game. Well, need to keep this good form up at home, so yeah.
Good afternoon and a very happy New Year to you, sir.
To you as well, mate.
Thank you very much. Didn't even let me finish what I was saying. You knew what was coming. One step ahead of the game, this boy.
I think that this season's going to come down to our home form, realistically, isn't it? Because away, we're not great away. And they've done what they need to do in the first half, got the cushion. Let's keep hold. First 5-10 minutes.
Stay relentless.
Stay in the game.
You've got to keep control of the game. For the first 10 minutes, you've got to get that. Third goal will be lovely. A 4-0 written all over it.
I think after today, if we can hold on and win this, it will show that we need to be taken seriously at home for once, and it will turn back into a fortress. And from any team coming down here, it's going to be hard.
How proud are you of Paddy Lane? Because that's a big moment for him, and you could see how much it meant to him.
Today, he's chasing everything, playing with his heart on his sleeve, like all of them are. Well, they all are.
We had a discussion in the week about how Pompey don't need to do an awful lot in terms of splashing the cash in terms of Championship survival in the January window.
We don't, and I think that shows it. They're 9th or 10th, Swansea. They're shocking. They've been really bad, and they're 9th in the league. It doesn't take that much, and it's frustrating because I think we're a couple of quality depth players from being really comfortable. Goals are flowing, goals aren't an issue. Defensively, the next couple of weeks are massive. We've got to reinforce. I know we've had injuries, but every club does. Centre half is the one, isn't it?
magic hat apparently. Guess what I was doing while the fourth went in? I think I missed it, sorry.
For the first time this season, it's got 4-0 written all over it. Discerning viewers, you can't imagine the joy it gives me to say that to you tonight. Accomplished, assured, played with a panache, a quality and a fight about us that is all that Pompey fans will ask you for representing this shirt, and we got it all today, Andrew. About as good as you're going to get at Fratton Park, or about as good as we've seen this season at Fratton Park.
Well, what was good about today, I think, Tom, was the fact that we're 2-0 up, we carried on, then we were looking for four.
Relentless.
We didn't sit back and wait for them to score a couple, which we've done in the past. So I think that's the difference. And again, we said about team selection, the quality you can bring onto the pitch, that's what you need to back up what we've already got. So
one example would be you got Paddy Lane on for an hour, and then you can look behind you and bring Matt Ritchie onto the pitch, can't you?
That's the point I'm making. You've got that a bit more in depth there that can help us out when we need it most.
So do you remember maybe 9 or 10 years ago when you came up with the channel name of Fournilwrittenalloverit written all over it? Days like today, I'm really glad you suggested that one.
Yeah, thanks for that, Tom.
It was just outside the men's toilet in Toby Carvery Mansfield, probably maybe 10, 11 years ago now. I'm so glad you made that shout. Well done, you.
Well, I am today now.
Happy New Year, Andrew.
Happy New Year, Tom.
Yes. A little bit annoyed at myself. Guess what I was doing while Colby Bishop scored the fourth?
What were you doing?
I was looking down at my phone and I fumbled with my camera and I got, as it went in, the only blemish, viewers, on what is otherwise... Well, Dan's going to talk about a blemish in a moment, but what is otherwise a...
It's not really a blemish, though, is it, Tom, in fairness?
It's a point of order from the good man to my left. Wow, that's what this group are capable of, everyone. Comes back to your point, Dan, that you've harked and harked and harked on about. Harked, seasonal, festive, like it.
Yesterday's news, Tom, yesterday.
There is nothing wrong with the group's ability. Yes, it's a bit threadbare. Yes, it's a bit one level and there's not much beneath it other than that starting 11 and a couple of players off the bench, but it's never been down to a lack of ability.
Yeah, absolutely. We've just tonked a half-decent championship side there, 4-0, Tom, and there's lots of lessons that come out of that today for me, for playing squad and fan base alike. But for the fan base in particular, and I include myself in that, I've maybe been perhaps, like yourself, a bit higher than I should have been on occasions, a bit lower than I should have been on occasions. Over the coming months, the important thing is that we get to the destination that we want, and that's safety. And in doing so, there are going to be highs and lows, and the most important thing is that we stick with these boys and don't get too high on days like today, and don't get too low when we, as inevitably might happen, end up on the reverse of a tonking. What I want to see is a bit more consistency in the performances and less of the Bristol City, Stoke, Cardiff derby, because you sum it up well, Tom, we will be just fine.
Can we draw more parallels between home and away performances is another area of improvement I'd like to see. Can we identify with a one solid focal Pompey unit rather than a Pompey home form / a Pompey away form? Because Dan, easy to get lost in the 4-0 written all over it in the excitement of today, but that's 13 points from an available 15 taken at Fratton Park of late, 4 wins out of 5. 50
points I will guarantee survival. No ifs, no buts. We need 27 from 23 now.
Which is well achievable.
It's well achievable. Yep. It's only 4 points better than we've had in the first half of the season, sorry.
So all it is really is picking up a few more of those points that you actually deserve and having less stinkers on the road.
We've beaten Swansea 4-0, half-decent championship outfit, difficult conditions at Fratton Park with 4 different goal scorers.
Yep.
Bad teams don't do that. Yep. One minute shy of detail that irritated me today, there was only one moment. In the 39th minute, Murphy does his usual on the left, zips a brilliant ball across, but in that channel, as I always go bang on about, between the 6-yard line and the penalty spot, Lang Bishop have got to be attacking that space in that moment, and they don't. But that's really, really minuscule. If I can come away from a Pompey performance and highlight just that one moment, that's amazing, and a real testament to how well those boys performed today, and how well I know they can perform. And it is a performance as you predicted in your BBC article, Tom. The challenge now for that group of players,
that cycle.
Is stop stop that cycle. Let's go to Sunderland and get something.
Why not? I'm so happy and proud of every single one of them, everyone involved, that whole squad. It's never one player, it's all about the 11 plus your finishers.
Absolutely is.
I could pick out literally 11 players for a man of the match vote, viewers, and I think Swansea immense. Riley Towler and Paddy Lane are my two. They are thick as thieves, those two, and they love each other dearly, and we as Pompey fans love them dearly. I saw all over Paddy Lane's face, because he was celebrating right in front of us at the South Stand, how much that goal, the second one for the afternoon for Pompey today, meant to him. Grabbed the badge, almost ripping it off his shirt in delight, and you could tell, obviously it's a big moment for him career-wise, first championship goal, but you could just see how much that meant to him. Riley's been out in the cold, almost like Christian Sadie was for a long time in our League One winning season last year, whereby Messino's coming out in press conferences and saying things like, you're never that far away from it, Dan, you're never that far away from being involved in a 4-0 clean sheet win, popping in a goal that secures that as well, so massive credit to those two.
But swing his right boot.
Sorry sir, there was a poll there, I didn't give you many options, did I?
And regular viewers will understand that. And sometimes that's an issue with posts. Ogilvie and Murphy on one side, Swanson and Lane, Dan the other side. There were a couple of great pairings there. The work ethic was absolutely second to none.
Freddie Potts in Portal One, go for it.
He's looking more and more like his dad every day. Brilliant footballer.
I've got some great news for you.
What's that?
This is a classic Fournilwrittenalloverit written all over it line, everybody.
Go on then.
Pompey have won every game this year. Get in! Briefly on Swansea, there was a lad called Florian Bianchini today who, not a direct comparison, but had elements of the Cole Palmer about him. He sort of dropped deep to receive the ball, almost like Harry Kane does as well. And I know I'm mentioning Cole Palmer and Harry Kane and comparing that to a team that's conceded 4 and lost heavily at Fratton Park, but every now and again he got a radius of about 15 yards in the centre circle. I just thought that's maybe something that I'd point out, but I thought he did really well. Credit to Swansea City fans, Andrew, not to their players or team, and I don't think they'll give any credit to them either, but they stayed right to the end and were clapping and singing their team off.
If I was going back to Swansea, I'd probably stay as long as I could as well.
Can't really tee yourselves up much better to make the longest trip and arguably one of the most difficult in this division this season, can you? All of it, of course, documented here on 4-0 written all over it.
Oh, yes,
we'll be there. Just lastly, and this was in the 4-0 script for the video, I'd say script, they're not scripted, it's natural. 5 out of the 7 teams in and around us in the Championship have disposed of their manager already this season. It is January the 1st. I said to you on the phone this week that I was steadfast that it is the right decision that Pompey have stuck with Super John Messino. Days like today, you know what, that's probably just about right. In John Messino we believe. Ladies and gents, it's been an absolute pleasure to bring this one to you. A very happy new year. The happiest of New Years from all of us here at 4-0 to you. Thank you for sticking with us right to the end. Myself, Andrew, Alex, Hayward and Dylan will be making the mammoth trip up to Sunderland. And you know what? Why can't we go up there and get something? Who says we can't? Thank you for your continued support on the channel as well. It doesn't go unnoticed. 18,400 subscribers now, Dan.
Let's get to 20,000, Tom.
Let's do 20,000.
We all have a friend. Tell them about it.
Apart from Andrew, obviously, he's not got any friends, but yeah.
Wow. I don't have many myself, but they all subscribe to this now.
Good man.
So make sure yours do too.
Thanks for watching. Keep the faith, and as always,
play out Pompey.
Play out Pompey.
Go south.